first session of marathon training today, so I'll get on the session in a moment. So really looking forward to this block training for a marathon. Haven't done it for 2 years. So last time I trained for a marathon was for London in 2017 in April, and I ran a PB at 2:55.02. So hoping to run sub 2:45 to qualify for Berlin for next year. It's a big ask to run a 10-minute PB, but my PBs have come on quite a long way for my other distances in the time between running London and now. And I think a lot of that was to do with running a 50 miler, believe it or not. So I did the Lakeland 50 in 2017 in July, and I did a lot of sort of fatigue training where I was running on tired legs a lot. Tired legs through mileage rather than tired legs through hard sessions, and seemed to respond really well to that. So I was doing things like back-to-back 20 milers. Again, there was no sort of pace in them. I would maybe throw in a bit of a tempo section on the first one, maybe 4 to 6 miles at marathon pace tempo, and the next day I would go out and do 20 again, but I would just do it nice and easy. And yeah, it responded really well to that. So I'm thinking I'm going to sort of go down that route again and sort of train as if I'm doing an ultra. So there's going to be a focus on going towards singles this year, which I didn't do when I trained for London 2 years ago. So I'm going to try and run sort of 90 to 100 miles a week on singles, so just one run a day, which is going to result in a lot of long runs, like a lot of sort of 10 plus runs, half marathons, 15 milers, and then obviously the long run on a Sunday. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Just really want to focus on aerobic capacity and improving that and aerobic efficiency. I just think there's a lot to be gained from that. I mean, the benefits I got from training for the L50, 2 weeks before the L50 I ran a 5k PB. 2 months after I ran the 50 miler I ran a 10k PB. 6 months after I ran a half marathon PB when I ran 1:16. So there's definitely a lot to be gained from focusing on aerobic capacity and improving that. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can do that with easy runs. So you can still do your hard sessions, you just got to make sure your easy runs are easy. A lot of people run the easier days harder and they lose out on a lot of benefits. About 80% of my running is easy running. A lot of my progress over the last few years has been down to the structure of my training with a lot of easy running, and then the key sessions which I can go into and run hard just because I'm nice and rested off the easy days. Elite athletes don't run all those miles for no reason. They're running all those miles so that they can get their aerobic benefits, increase aerobic capacity, increase their aerobic efficiency, and ultimately smash world records. So why wouldn't that work for you? In terms of today's session, I'm going to do 2x5k. Aiming for our marathon pace, so aiming hopefully for somewhere between 82 and 85% max heart rate. So we're losing all the light now, so I think I best get going, and hopefully I can still get some shots while I'm on the run and try and give you an idea of the intensity. That's the warm-up done. Now to get into the session. That's the first 5k done. I think it was around 9:15ish. So we're gonna have a 3-minute recovery and then go again. Aim for around about the same time. Didn't plan the route very well because the third mile was uphill. So that was tough going. Last night's training session was a little bit harder than anticipated. So the plan was to do 2x5k with 3 minutes in between, and that's what I did. However, it was much harder than I expected. So I thought that since I've been training for half marathon and been doing 10k and 5k pace at track, that come to sort of marathon pace tempos, there'd be a doddle and I'd get through feeling quite good. And the first one wasn't too bad. I ran 19:01, but I think the choice of route wasn't great. The third mile was mainly uphill, which is good for training, but I think I maybe just had to push too hard to maintain the pace. So then I paid the price for that in the second one. So the second one was 18:54, but unfortunately the intensity was just so much higher than I wanted it to be, just to try and sort of maintain pace. And yeah, I guess it is going to be hard, especially after struggling for the last month or so with form. But yeah, it's done, it's in the bank. That's the first session out the way, and hopefully they'll just get better, because that certainly wasn't a good session. There's not a lot I can do about it, so I'm just pleased it's done. So moving into the rest of the week, I've just done easy 10 milers, and now I'm preparing for cross country tomorrow. So I've got the Northern Cross Country Championships tomorrow down in Pontefract, so that's about an hour and a half drive away. So there's 4 of us going down in the car. The conditions aren't going to be great in terms of underfoot. It's been raining quite a lot. I can't find my spikes, so that could potentially mean doing it in trail shoes, and yeah, I'm going to be like Bambi on ice. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it otherwise. This week's kind of been the normal setup for training week for me, so I haven't really changed anything. But going into next week, I'm going to be focusing on singles and still try and hit 90 miles to 100 miles a week. That's a new thing for me. I haven't ever tried to do singles before. And I mean, not that I do many double days. I usually run about 9 times a week. So I run every day, and then usually Tuesdays and Thursdays are double days. So going into next week, I'm going to switch that up, and I'm going to try and run singles, which means each run is going to be longer, 10 miles plus. Once cross country is out the way, I'll talk about it a little bit more and give you an example week. I've planned out the next 10 weeks up to Manchester, so I'll talk a little bit more about that. See you in the next one. She's on for a PB. Go, go, go! Sprint finish, and there it is. Woo!